make breakfast. That was the first thing we ever learned how to cook, and eggs were always on the goddamn menu because they're so simple. So today we wanted to see how far we could push cooking with just an egg. One of the things we did was the egg white omelet with the plus yolk treat.
The plus yolk treat, I've never heard of that.
So I was always thinking, when you make an omelet, you know, you're kind of stuck with just a regular consistency. But how do you make an omelet that has the runny yolk? So what I do was I took some eggs, 2 eggs, I separated the yolks and the white. To separate the yolk from the white, cool little trick, everyone's probably seen it on the internet by now. You take a water bottle, you squeeze the bottle, you put it by the yolk, and then you unsqueeze the bottle. It sucks it right up. And then I fried up just the white in the pan. And as that started to fry, then I put the egg yolks back into the omelet. And they slip right back in. They are all friends, they're all family. They slip right back in. Then I fold it over like an omelet. So then when you cut in, you get this egg white omelet with the runny yolk inside. It's amazing.
Egg noodles. Even though a lot of noodles are made of egg, they also have flour. This is just pure God mother given egg. Take about 1 or 2 eggs, scramble those babies up. Get your pan on medium heat. You don't want it
medium.
Put a little oil in the pan, and then just coat the bottom of the pan with egg. So swirl it around so you have a nice even layer of egg. You can cover the top of the pan just so it finishes cooking, because if you don't finish the cooking, it's going to stick. Once you start rolling it like we're doing right now, roll up your egg, throw that off on your cutting board, and slice it up, and look at that. Once it pulls apart, you got noodles, and you can do thin little spaghetti noodles. You can do linguine, thick style,
egg
whatever you want.
Are good. Toss them in pasta. Again, we're only cooking with eggs, but you could toss them in pasta sauce and have a great time.
Toss that in anything.
Another one, I actually saw this, some guy on Jamie Oliver came in and did this egg omelet thing that blew my mind. I just had to borrow it. All you do is you take 3 eggs, or 2 or 1, whatever you want. I took 3, and you just whisk the crap out of them. The whole egg, just keep whisking, whisk,
whipping the shit out of that.
Once the egg is whisked a lot and it gets really fluffy, it's all air bubbly and it looks like it's doubled in volume, then you take a pan, non-stick pan, put a little bit of oil in there, and then just pour those eggs in. And what it does is it kind of gets the bottom crispy, but the rest of it stays fluffy. So slowly that cooks. Then you fold it over to one side, and it's okay if it looks a little bit uncooked on the inside because it's so fluffy, it'll cook like instantly. Then you take it off. You can garnish it with a little bit of greens if you like, and you get this super fluffy omelet that's unlike any omelet you've ever tasted.
Have you guys ever heard of the deep fried egg?
Neither did we until we tried it today, and it magically was amazing.
It's the deep fried poached egg. It's awesome. Take a little bit of oil. Take a little bit of oil and heat that up. You know, medium heat. We're not going to give you a number, just medium. Crack your egg right in there, but be careful because that thing potentially could burn down the goddamn house. Let that start to poach. You can fold it over. Look at that. Holy
It cooks in about 30 seconds when like on medium-high heat.
Yeah, we could have taken it out earlier, but you whip it out.
It's an instant
Get this crunchy exterior. You cut into that. If we cooked it a little less, we would have had the runniness, but the oil was hot. That egg was crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside. Not every day you get something like that.
So this one is probably the craziest out of all the crazy things I've ever experienced with eggs. You separate the eggs from the egg yolks and the egg whites. You take eggs and you separate the yolks and the whites, making sure to get...
I've never heard of anything that crazy.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy, baby. Make sure there's no yellow in the white, otherwise you're gonna have a problem.
We ain't found shit in the white.
So what you do is you take those egg whites and you beat them with a whisk. So help me God! Beat them. Just keep whisking them until you get a stiff peak. Didn't expect to get stiff peak so quickly.
That's the line. That's what Josh said.
I didn't expect to get stiff peak so quickly because I thought it would take longer, but I thought I needed like a blender, a hand blender, a big blender. I didn't. I just whisked them for a few minutes, and then basically stiff peak means when you put that in and you pull it out.